I've got the unit closed up again, and I was able to find the leak along the bottom of the unit there, mostly. It's not something that I can physically fix like I was thinking, only because they're porous, what we call porous leaks. So it's almost like refrigerant seeping through. It is common with refrigeration equipment because of the amount of humidity that the equipment works with. So what we're going to do next to proceed and fix and remedy the problem here is we're going to add an additive to the system. When adding those kind of additives, it seals very small leaks normally found in evaporator coils. If it was a weld or something that came off, then I would be welding it right now, but it's not. So the way to address it is add a stop leak.
So the leak isn't in one of the, what do you call it, the tubes that go into it, the pipes that go into it? The leak is actually where?
It is actually all around the copper.
Right.
So it's not in a specific point, it's multiple locations.
Right.
And unfortunately I cannot take heat directly onto that area because of the fins are made out of aluminum and copper.
But the copper where you're saying the leak is, what part of the system is it?
This is the evaporator coil.
So it's actually in the coil itself where the leak is?
Itself,
right.
Correct. So it's not in a component or an exterior part of the coil or outside the coil. It's actually within the coil area. The coil area consists of fins and tube going from side to side, and fins, aluminum fins that go up and down, which is where the heat transfer happens. This is where all the heat gets absorbed and transferred, carried over by the refrigerant.
So to fix it, we're gonna.
So to fix it, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add a stop leak. It's a substance. It comes in a can usually. You gotta be careful when adding those type of substances to the equipment because you have to make sure that it's set up for the right tonnage. In other words, the capacity of the equipment. You don't want to put in a bottle like that that'll do a large system because you can plug up the equipment and then you can have a failure.
So it's important just to get the right balance of it. How much?
It's important to get the right can.
And how are you going to add it? You can add it into that.
That is added in the condensing unit,
which is outside.
Which is outside. So we're going to be going back up there. We're going to be adding the Freon first. And the stop leak is going to be the last thing we add to the system before we put the system back online and get it running.
And what do you think the likelihood is that will fix the problem?
For something like this, it's a 50%.
About a 50% chance it's going to fix.
That it's going to repair the leak.
And if it doesn't?
And if it doesn't, then we will find out in a month when we do the follow-up based on the Freon level if it's leaked or not. So until then we won't really know. But in comparison to replacing the equipment, this is gives you the opportunity to save a lot more by using that remedy.
So this is basically try the stop leak, and then if that fixes it, great. If it doesn't, then the unit will actually have to be.
Yes, if it fixes, then you can get another 5-10 years depending. I have had good. I would say in most cases when I've used it, 90% of the times that I've used it, I haven't had any problems.
But if it doesn't work?
But if it doesn't work, then we're back to the original problem, which at that point we would have to replace the evaporator coil.
Right. Cool. So you're saving the client some money, hopefully.
Hopefully we can save the customer some money here and get away from trying to replace the unit right now.